About 3 or 4 weeks ago, if you would have told me that this was Bethesda, or what Bethesda is currently going through was Bethesda, I honestly would have thought you were talking about EA. But anyway, so if you bought the $200 collector's edition, there are issues. I'm sure you've heard of it. I'm sure you've noticed. There is a listing, or there are still listings out there on Amazon and everything for this collector's edition, including a canvas bag. And what you get is not a canvas bag. Instead, you get this this small little nylon's the word I'm looking for, a nylon bag that essentially could probably fall apart if you breathe on it wrong, because that's about how well those things are made. And honestly, it feels like a complete bait and switch, considering you promised a canvas bag. And you really want to be honest about it. I don't think anyone who bought the collector's edition would have really cared if Bethesda would have, informed somebody beforehand, made some posts, got it out there, emailed or something the people who bought it and said, hey, by the way, due to a shortage of canvas, because apparently we're in a canvas shortage around here that I totally don't know about, because I'm sure I can find plenty of canvas bags somewhere down in the shed. I don't know. That if we have a shortage that bad, I could always donate to. But, if they would have sent an email out or something saying, hey, we can't make these, sorry, we're going to give you a nylon instead, so if you want to get a refund or something, you might want to get on that. People would not have been so up in arms about this, but instead they were promised one thing and given another. And earlier I talked about a possible class action lawsuit, and to be honest, when you're doing a bait and switch like this, I'm pretty sure there is a possibility of an actual lawsuit at that point, when you're trying to sell a product and then the product is not as it was being described and sold as, because you were selling a canvas bag, but in reality you get a nylon bag. I'm pretty sure that falls under false advertisement, so Bethesda's in a lot of hot water at this point. But what really got people upset was this, and this is a correspondence between somebody at Bethesda, or in that department of the Bethesda, when it comes to, people being unhappy and stuff like that. And their essential response was, sorry, you're not happy. Bag shown was a prototype, too expensive to make, not planning to do anything about it. And of course that was in question, because people were like, is that a real email? All this other stuff. Well, Bethesda themselves responded to it, and this is their response. The Bethesda store support member is a temporary contract employee and is not directly employed by Bethesda or Bethesda Game Studios. We apologize to the customer who took the time to reach out. The support response was incorrect and not in accordance with our conduct policy. Unfortunately, due to an unavailability of materials, because we're in a canvas shortage, remember that, worldwide canvas shortage, we had to switch to a nylon carrying case in the Fallout 76 Power Armor Edition. We hope this doesn't prevent anyone from enjoying what we feel is one of our best collector's editions. Anyway, we understand and respect there is a disappointment with the bag in the Power Armor Edition. We are sorry. Please contact Bethesda support to provide proof of your CE purchase. They will assist in granting you 500 atoms. Yeah, so what exactly is an atom? An atom is going to be their in-game currency for their in-game microtransaction store, which sells you ball caps, pajamas, glasses, and a myriad of other things. Now, how much does a canvas bag normally cost? I'm not 100% sure right at this particular moment, but if I was to gander on past bags that I have bought that were canvas, they're probably about anywhere from, $29.99 and up, depending on where you're buying them. Maybe even $19.99. But 500 atoms is equivalent to $4.99 in the store. So I don't know how much it would have cost to make this bag, and apparently it cost too much, because that's why they decided to switch to a nylon bag instead and not tell anybody about it. But you get 500 atoms, which can secure you a cap or a cowboy hat, and that's about it. The pickings are very slim, because the things that actually would be interesting or cool to have, you're going to have to dip into your own pocket and add to that 500 atoms, because they cost somewhere, in the upwards part of 1,200 atoms, 1,000 atoms and up. So, that is scummy. Like, seriously, Bethesda, scummy. You know what you should have done? You should have been like, look, we're sorry, we made a mistake somewhere. We're going to get you this back. And then they fork over the cash to go and get these bags to give them to all the people who purchased, the special edition. Yes, it's going to eat into your profit, but that's what you have to do when you screw up this bad. At this point, you need to smooth over the customers, because they're riled up pretty good. I'm sure there are still plenty of people who do enjoy the game and having a good time with it. At the same time, there's a lot of people who aren't happy about it. And those are the people you need to probably appease at this point. And, you need to go ahead and just bite the bullet. Get everybody the dang bag that they were promised. Since you couldn't take the foresight to go, hey, you know what? We're going with this canvas, or we're going with this nylon bag instead of the canvas, and everybody's selling the power armor helmet, the canvas bag. We should probably change that and then inform everybody who was already pre-ordered that that's not the case. It's going to be this really crappy nylon piece of junk. We should go ahead and do that. Since you didn't do that, you really have an obligation at this point to your customers to fix that. And $5 for your in-game store, to me, is not enough. I would still be upset at that point. I would be raging one end and out the other if I had bought something like that and then didn't get what I was told I was going to get. And then they're like, here's $5? I mean, it's not like that whole thing costed $200 or anything like that. And we all know that most of these people bought it for probably the helmet themselves, just it. But at the same time, the other stuff would be nice to have, like the bag. You could use a canvas bag for more things than to house your power armor helmet that you're probably going to put on display anyway. But anyway, just the lack of forethought that has gone into this game. It's not enough that the code seems to be completely lifted out of Skyrim and Fallout, and they didn't even take the time to, hide their tracks for doing that when it's got notes in it for Fallout 4 still left in the game's data code. You're selling people a product that should be an early alpha at this point, at full retail price, mind you, until Black Friday hit, of course. Then it was like $35. But then you're also promising a collector's edition, and one of the items in it is nothing like you described it to be. It's the complete opposite of what, these people were expecting. A good, durable canvas bag, and instead they get this nylon bag that you go and you hang up on a hook real quick, and the thing will fall off and just completely destroy itself. wow, Bethesda, just wow. At this point, I honestly think maybe you should go hide under a rock for a bit. Just stop. Just work on the game. Fix it. Because, quite frankly, this blunder can and possibly will affect sales of Elder Scrolls 6. You showed us that at E3. For a split second, everybody got happy. And, a lot of your fans for the Elder Scrolls and the Fallout series do overlap. And if this is still a topic of debate, because it's still fresh in everybody's memory when, Skyrim, when Elder Scrolls 6 starts to be ramping up, because I guarantee it will probably come back up. Even if it's 3 or 4 years down the line, it will come back up. Wait a second, remember what they did with Fallout 76? Maybe we should take a step back real quick. Take a look at things. Especially the whole canvas thing, because apparently, when it comes to you promising a canvas anything, like the canvas Skyrim map, yeah, you went back on that one too, and gave everybody paper. That wasn't a canvas map that you could hang up on your wall and just keep there for, ever. It was a piece of paper that after you folded it 100 times, it was probably going to fall apart. And now this, canvas bag, you get a nylon piece of crap. Can't wait for the Elder Scrolls 6 Collector's Edition to drop. I wonder what kind of canvas item you're going to tell us is going to come with it, and then swap it out for something that's a lot worse material-wise, and go, well, I hope nobody notices, because I'm pretty sure that might have what happened with the whole Skyrim. I don't remember what all came in that collection, but I'm sure people bought it for something else, and they didn't even take 2 seconds to look at the map for a lot of them. But, you're in the age of social media at this point. If you don't come through with your promises 100%, people are going to talk about it. It can become the shitstorm it is now. So what do you think? Is this a really big blunder? Another blunder to add to all the other blunders when it comes to Bethesda? Let me know down in the comments below. Or are you happy with your nylon bag for those of you who did buy the collector's edition? Did you enjoy that one? Or would you rather have the canvas? I'll talk to you later. See ya.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.